Fort Ontario, situated opposite Oswego City at the mouth of the Oswego River, was built by the British in 1726 and destroyed 30 years later by the French. The British reconstructed the fort in 1759, abandoned it after 37 years in 1796, but used it once more in the War of 1812. It was finally demolished at the end of that war, leaving only its ramparts and as a testament to its history. Fort Plain is located by the junction of US 90 and New York 5S, Montgomery County, near modern-day Fort Plain Village. In 1776, Patriots built fortifications that enclosed a farmhouse and its immediate area for about half an acre. The Tories later destroyed the fort in 1780. Fort St. George, constructed in 1776 by the British, is located near Mastic Beach and Smith's Point Bridge on Long Island. It's a few miles away from William Floyd Parkway. The Patriots captured and destroyed the fort in 1780, leaving a few parts that still survive today. Fort Stanwix was an Indian trading post built by the British in 1725 in the heart of Rome City in Oneida County. The British enlarged it in 1758 but abandoned it later in 1769. Both sides of the Revolutionary War used the fort separately at different times. In 1777, a bloody war between these contesting forces occurred here. Nothing of the site has survived. Gardiners Island was an anchorage in the early colonial period and was located half of the way of the Forks on the east of Long Island. The British established a small naval base in Gardiners Bay during the Revolutionary War. German Flats. German Flats used to be the location of Palatine settlements that stretched for about 10 miles in the Mohawk Valley near modern-day Herkimer County. The Palatines moved into the area circa 1730, only to have their homes destroyed first by the Iroquois and later by Tories during the Revolutionary War. The ruins of hundreds of Palatine homes can still be seen here today. Ruins. In about 1700s, the Huguenots came and settled New Paltz, located somewhere near New York State Thruway between the areas of Kingston and New Bar in Ulster County. Plenty of Huguenot brick and stone homes are still found in this region. Also, there are remnants of the early settlers' homes, which can be found on New York 5S near Indian Castle, close to Indian Castle Church, somewhere part of the way between Fort Plain and Little Fall. Many of these residences were destroyed during the French and Indian Wars. Some remains of Mohawk village dwellings can also be found in this vicinity. Johnstown, first settled in 1760, can be found at New York 67 and State Road 30A, Fulton County. Many homes and other structures were destroyed here during a major battle in 1781. The massive destruction was great, as evidenced by the ruins of its old buildings still visible in the area. Kingston. Kingston was founded in 1615 by Dutch settlers in Ulster County. They constructed Fort Esopus, which was first intended as a trading post and later became known for its prosperity. Despite the fort being destroyed in 1777 by the British, People rebuilt a new town over the remnants of old buildings. Lake George Village is found by the lower end of Lake George, Warren County, over on US 9 and I 87. American and French troops fought in great battle here in 1755. After winning, the American forces constructed Fort William Henry not far from here. The French launched an attack in 1757, held off by the Americans, who surrendered after 5 months of fighting. The Indians, allied with the French, massacred every single American and dumped their corpses in a lake which became to be known as Bloody Pond, located close to the present town. Also, near, also nearby are forts Gage and George, built during the Revolutionary War. Minisink Fort, over by the Delaware River, just opposite Pennsylvania, Sullivan County, is located in the township of Lackawaxen in Pennsylvania, Sullivan County. On July 22, 1779, the Patriot forces' entire contingent was wiped out by the Tories and their Indian allies. The exact area where this is found is at New York 97, where it meets Country Road 168. Newton Battlefield State Park can be found on New York 17, about 6 miles southeast of the city of Elmira. An epic battle was held here in August 29, 1779, where General John Sullivan led 4,000 Patriot soldiers to victory against 1,000 British Tories and their Indian allies. New Windsor Encampment, a large area covering about 70 acres, served as a Patriots campsite from the winter of 1782 up to 1783, housing 8,000 people. The ruins of about 700 wooden huts where the troops lived are found here. If you enjoy this program, please like it, subscribe it, and share it. New York City. In the city itself, only insignificant portions of the city developed during the colonial or Revolutionary War periods are visible today. At the time of the occupation of the area, the Dutch had a line of cannons stretching from the foot of present Greenwich Street up to where Whitehall and Water Streets intersect. Remains of Fort George, built by the British in 1693, can still be seen in Battery Park. The first Fort Amsterdam settlement was also located here. Ruins of Patriot-built earthworks constructed during the Revolutionary War stand in the 62-acre Fort Tryon Park. Fort Tryon, on the other hand, built by the British, was also located here, though no remains have been left standing. Fort Washington, constructed by the Patriots when the war began, once stood near the George Washington Bridge over by the New York City side. In November 1776, the Patriots experienced one of the most devastating defeats. On West 147th corner of William and John Streets, somewhere at the center of Wall Street, is an area known as Golden Hill, reputed during the colonial times as the location where some golden treasure was hidden. Over on Governor's Island in 1776, the Patriots constructed fortifications that played no significant part in the war, nor traces of which remain. The city's Greenwich Village area has empty lots that bear ruins of early colonial buildings. On September 16, 1776, north of 125th Street, along the Hudson River on high ground, The Patriots defeated the British in a battle known in history as the Battle of Harlem Heights. This area, undeveloped regions, still have relics awaiting discovery. 2 months later, a massive struggle transpired at Laurel Hill Ford, close to Audubon Avenue and 192nd Street by the west bank of Harlem River. In July 1776, the British captured Staten Island, an essential wartime base that the Patriots strived to regain several times. The Great Fire of 1776 was the cause of the destruction of the majority of early colonial buildings. Most of the city was reduced to ashes. Another catastrophic fire obliterated half the city's buildings, along with many ships docked at the waterfront in 1853. If you enjoyed this program, please like it, subscribe it, and share it.